Да, здравствуйте, здравствуйте, Леонид.
Девайс прием готовый начинать.
Да, сейчас, секунду.
Здравствуйте, Олег Николаевич.
Здравствуйте.
Виктория Владимировна, добрый день. Здравствуйте.
Добрый день, здравствуйте.
So good day and greetings, respected journalists, members of the press, and respected participants of the conference. I would like to just quickly take you through to the two aspects
This meeting is being recorded.
which we are going to cover today, and introduce the participants from the Russian University and the Consulate General Russian Federation in South India. The two main subjects which we are going to touch is the various measures taken by the Russian educational institutions to overcome the pandemic situation in both cases, offline and online education. When we talk about offline education, we are talking about students who are directly coming there, the different safety measures taken in the campus, in the place of study and residence. And in terms of online education, we are going to talk about the various initiatives which has been already initiated by the Russian medical universities, various universities, to tie up with the Indian hospitals and universities. For example, we have already initiated talks with the Dr. MGR Medical University in the state to conduct clinical training in case the students of the first year and second year are not able to travel to Russia for the clinical training, plus exchange of faculty and joint research work, etc. We have with us today here respected AVDEEV Oleg Nikolaevich, His Excellency the Consul General of the Russian Federation in South India, Mr. Rogolev Gennady Andreevich, Vice Consul and Director of the Russian Center of Science and Culture in Chennai, Mr. Alexei Sozhinov, the Rector of Kazan State Medical University, Vice President and Vice Rector of International Affairs of the Far Eastern Federal University, Dr. Victoria Panova, and Madam Natalia Alshuk, Vice Rector of the International Affairs and International Students at the Volgograd State Medical University. These are some of the major key universities which has the largest population of Indian students studying at the Russian Federation for the past so many years. I will try to give you some more information and brief on this, but to start with the opening statement and the address of the Consul General of the Russian Federation in South India, Mr. Oleg.
Good morning to everybody. So when we discuss international education of the Shadovas, keep in mind that Russia is a highly educated country. With over half of its residents graduates from local and international universities. The educational institutions in Russia are able to provide the students with comfortable studying and living conditions and help them adapt to the country. The education system in Russia, which implies study training of young people from foreign countries, was formed almost 150 years ago. It has a strong tradition and has always been open to talented youth. People who have studied in our country have always been appreciated for their broad and qualities, skills and knowledge. We are well aware that the requirements for education today are turning much tougher. The demand for the quality education in today's global market is becoming stronger everywhere in the world. But I'm happy to say that Russian education fully meets the high standards to be successful in the education competition. The high level of our universities is proved by the systematic success of Russian students at international Olympiads. The growing demand for our specialists at major scientific and production centers in the world is very obvious. And I'd like also to draw your attention to the latest developments in the COVID pandemic crisis when the invention of the world's first vaccine against coronavirus was made in Russia, proving again the innovative character of our medical science. So once again, I want to say that our education system is constantly improving to meet the requirements and interests of students from India, whereas the tradition to study in Russia is very strong and has a long history. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request the Director of the Russian Center of Science and Culture, Chennai, Mr. Gennady Rogulov, to add a few words.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the press conference dedicated to higher education opportunities in Russia. I would like to thank our long-standing partner, Study Abroad, for organizing this press conference with participating of management with statement of rectors of leading Russian universities, Volgograd State Medical Universities, Kazan State Medical Universities, and Far Eastern Federal University. Russian universities are ready to receive Indian students in Russia despite the pandemic situation on the world. Russian Federation is continuously working on the development of various instruments and strategies which will allow foreign students to travel to Russia and begin their education safely. Besides affordability and quality, many factors make education in Russia one of the most creative options for Indian students looking forward to studying abroad. Russia is home to one of the world's most impressive higher education systems. Every year, Russia welcomes students from more than 170 countries around the world. Russians have rich centuries-old educational traditions. Our universities provide their students with comfortable studying and living conditions and help them to adapt to the country and culture. Studying in Russia means you will have plenty of programs to choose from. The country is most renowned for its courses in physics, nuclear power, medicine, and aeronautical engineering. It is also the ideal destination for students studying Russian language. Every year, the Russian government offers a scholarship program through which foreign students are invited for higher education in Russia in various competitive fields of study. Within the framework of this scholarship program, students have a chance to receive a grant for a free of cost education for bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees. Students who have shown high academic performance are provided a seat in Russian leading universities and fields of study like engineering, mathematics, medicine, arts, and science. Every year, Russian House provides all important information about the Russian government scholarship program and assists Indian students living in South India to avail this opportunity to go to study in Russian universities. This year, the registration for scholarship is already closed, so I address to everyone who is interested in participating in this program next year to follow the information on our Facebook page. It is very easy to find our page in social network. Just enter Russian House in Chennai in the Facebook searcher, or you can contact the Russian Center by the next telephone number 249 90050. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gennady Rogulov, for giving us this information about the scholarship and other details. Joining us from Kazan is a delegation from the Kazan State Medical University, represented by respected Alexei Sozunov, Director of the Kazan State Medical University, and Kashpaya Vajanislavna, who is Dean of Foreign Students Affairs. I request you to please address the journalist, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, maybe good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Me, on behalf of our university, extend of warm welcome to one and all present here. Kazan State Medical University is the third oldest medical school in Russia, and it has a history of graduating doctors, medical doctors for over 200 years. As of today, about 30% of our students come from more than 50 countries around the world, and about 48% of them are from India. Over the last 8 years, 537 doctors from India have graduated from our university. 160 students have graduated this year. Over 80% of our graduates, citizens of India, have passed the screening test and currently practice in clinics and hospitals of India and all around the globe. I would also like to emphasize high educational standards that we have maintained for over 2 centuries. A testament to it is the accreditation of a residency program in internal medicine by the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Canada. KSMU is the only university anywhere in the world outside Canada to have such a program. Urology and pediatrics clinical residency program at KSMU are currently in the process of obtaining accreditation by the Royal College. What does it mean for our students? It means that the Royal College of Canada recognizes the degrees awarded to the graduates of this program, and they don't require any additional further training to practice in Canada. This opens a whole new window of opportunities for anyone willing to practice in North America. We are well aware that life without extracurricular activities is hollow. To this end, we provide our students with enormous opportunities to participate in several local, national, international events such as conferences, competitions, championships, etc. For instance, team of KSMU were the runners-up in the Open International Cricket Championship among medical and pharmacy universities of Russian Federation this year. Students from India, while representing the university, have won several accolades on every occasion and made their university, country and families proud. We are very content with them and we believe in their happiness is our happiness. We do care about the safety of our students, and in sad conditions like COVID-19 pandemic, the responsibility increased manifold. To this end, strict restrictions were in place, masking remains mandatory, body temperature scanners have been installed at the turnstiles across the entire campus. International medical students studying in KSMU are being offered Sputnik V vaccine daily. As of today, over 100 students from India have been vaccinated by Sputnik V. We will continue to vaccinate our students on a voluntary basis. We firmly think that our prospective applicants would like to consider Kazan State Medical University and be a part of an institution that cares for them, provides opportunities for their growth, and more importantly, delivers a world-class education. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now we have the Vice Rector of International Affairs of the Far Eastern Federal University, Dr. Consul. This is the university which started admitting Indian students for not long ago, for the last 5 years. But we have a large number of Indian students going there to the excellent infrastructure in the Ruski Island, which is available there. So, your words, Madam Panov.
Thank you so much, Ravi. It's a real honor to be part of this press conference, and also we're very happy to be one of their universities to be hosting a large number of Indian students. As was just mentioned, we've started accepting a large amount of Indians, not just recently, but we already are having over 400 students studying here. Altogether, it's 3,500 foreign students from 74 countries, but India definitely takes one of the most prominent places in their realm and in their environment of our university. We've created a very comfortable infrastructure. As you know, the campus is done on the place of their, it exists only for 10 years. It had its start from 2012 when Russia hosted APEC summit in Vladivostok, and since then facilities that were used primarily for their leaders of states were offered for the use of students, and now we have the opportunity to enjoy the infrastructure used not only for educational purposes, but also for research purposes and for entertainment. So it's a full-scale university town on their Ruski Island in here. Very modern. I think it is considered to be the best in Russia altogether. So when we talk about students in the pandemic, we can say that FAFU, Forest and Federal University, has been one of the best in terms of how it moved smoothly from regular offline education to first online and then hybrid